I'd also like to share my disclaimer screen really quickly, so if you can just take a peek at that. Excellent. Thank you so much for your patience on that. Welcome, everyone. My name is Melissa, and today I'll be guiding you through chair yoga. We will practice together for 30 minutes. So just as a reminder, listen to your body through the practice. If any stretches are not working for you, you can always skip them, come on out and modify. And also, today you're going to need a chair. And I really like using a chair that doesn't have the arms. But if you have a chair that has arms, no biggie, we'll just kind of work around that. But if you can easily grab a chair that doesn't have arms, that'd be really great, just so you can be a little bit more mobile. So let's get started with a little meditation, a little centering, just to drop into the practice, to release the day so far. And we'll also bring a little bit of mindfulness into the practice as well. So it'll be a really nice opportunity just to do a little self-care and offer your body and mind a little relaxation. So if you'd like, you could scoot towards the edge of your seat and let your eyes close. And then just give yourself a moment here to drop into your body and your breath. So just gently bringing your awareness to your feet on the ground. Feel your knees in line with your heels, knees in line with your hips. And then feeling that the shoulders are over the hips, so we just don't want to be leaning forward or back too much. And just gently drawing your awareness to your breath, flowing in and flowing out of your nose. Lengthen as you breathe in, lengthen as you breathe out. Maybe encouraging your exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. And then as you start, if you'd like to put an intention, so that's just kind of your own personal little goal, that's something for yourself, and that could be that you want to give yourself this undivided time to practice some self-care, to do something really good for your body. It could be that you want to try to focus on the breath, make sure that you're breathing in and out through the nose. Or that you want to, push yourself in each stretch and try to get the best stretch out that you can. There's no right and there's no wrong intention. So let's start with a little bit of a circling of the neck. So you'll begin to imagine that there's a clock in front of you, and you want to run your nose through the numbers of the clock. So we'll just create a little bit of a rotation here to get the circulation flowing and moving in the neck. Great, and then let's begin to circle in the other direction. And as you're circling here, just notice if there's any muscles that feel tight or tender. There could be, sensitivities going on. Sometimes there's a little bit of crackings and things like that. And they say that that's normal as long as there's no pain accompanying it. So if it's just sound, it's just a little bit of oxygen being released. And then let's release that to stillness. Take your chin to your chest, right ear to the right shoulder. So just bring ourselves into a little neck release. So to center, left ear to left shoulder. And then back to center, and bring yourself into circles here. So sometimes people like to do a half circle, just rolling ear to ear. And then if you wanted, you could bring it all the way around the back and create a nice full circle. And as you're circling, just noticing where you're feeling the stretch in your body, breathing into that stretch. And then let's begin to circle in the other direction. So we're just going to reverse that movement. And then as you're circling, just noticing if it feels more natural to circle this way. It might feel a little unnatural to circle this way. Good. Let's bring ourselves into a neutral neck, a neutral spine here. And we are going to take our hands to the sky. Let's take a nice deep full breath in. Draw your hands together, and as you exhale, we'll take our hands into the heart space. Breathing in, take those hands, reach up, stretch up, and release. And 3 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Let's bring the hands up to our heart space. And then from here, we will circle in the other direction. So we'll just take our fingertips up and then stretch the arms out and around. Good. Let's begin to release the hands. We are going to reach for opposite elbows behind the back. You can take your right hand for your left elbow, left hand for your right elbow. And maybe imagine that you could squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. So this will be such a nice release for your shoulders, a great opener for the chest and for the heart. And we're going to change up the hands here. So you're just going to take the hand that was on the top, shift it to the bottom, hand that was on the bottom, and shift it to the top, just so that we can even out the muscles in the body. And gently releasing that. Hands can relax down. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Let's go 2 more times here. Breathe in and breathe out. 1 last time. Inhale and exhale. Let's take a nice full breath here to lengthen. Hinge at the hips and give yourself a full down. Hands can relax down. Maybe they touch the ground, or maybe they just can kind of hang out here in the air. So this is a wonderful stretch. It is great for stretching off your low back. And we compress the stomach a little bit, which is kind of nice. We don't usually do things like this throughout our day, and it can give a gentle massage to the internal organs. It can help with digestion. So let's engage our core to release it. We're going to float ourselves back and up to neutral. Take your hands to the sky. Let's take our index and our thumb to touch, releasing the hands down as you exhale. Breathe in, hands reach up, stretch up, and release. So we're just taking those index thumbs to come together, snow angels, 3 more times. Great. Let's bring our hands up towards the sky. Hands are in line with our shoulders. And let's begin to do a little bit of a circling of the wrist as we hold our hands up. So we're going to work a little bit with a flow for the wrists. I know that when we are at the computer, the wrists get really fatigued. And this will be wonderful for bringing circulation, getting that blood flowing, circle in the other direction. Great. Let's bring our hands out into a T position. Circle here. Good. Flow in the other direction. And this is also, these stretches are going to be really wonderful for building up some strength too in the wrists and the hands, the fingers. That way that you have a little bit more tolerance through the day, and then the wrists don't get quite as tender as quickly. We're going to relax them down and then circle. And the wonderful thing about this is these are very simple, easy movements that you can very easily incorporate into your workday. So if you do have maybe 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, just a couple of free moments, you can do this. We're going to move in the other direction. And it'll be really great. It helps to create a little bit more balance in our body. And that's when pain and discomfort shows up, when there's an imbalance. So we always want to try to keep everything aligned and balanced. Great. Let's take our hands right up in front of us in line with our shoulders, and we will circle. And then other direction. This will also help if you have shoulder sensitivities, neck, neck pains and things like that. This will also release that as well. Great. Let's shake out the wrist. And hands are going to come together, fingers interlock, and then circle your wrists out here. And maybe finding large circles, maybe finding smaller circles. And then flow in the other direction. So just reverse that movement. And then gently releasing that, shake out the wrist. Great job on that. Let's take our right leg up and over. So he's going to do a little cross of the legs. You can always kind of lift up in the chair just to feel aligned evenly. We don't want to be leaning to one side too much. Let's take a full breath here to lengthen and fold yourself over your legs. Again, hands are going to relax down. You can close your eyes here. And then just trying to let yourself soften here in that fold. So this one is going to be great for your low back. And as this leg is crossed, you can get a little bit of a stretch in the sides of the leg. So I T-bend on the right side. And then that nice gentle massage to the internal organs, a little bit of pressure. Helps with digestion as well. We'll come on up, nice neutral spine. Unwrap your legs. Let's take our left leg up and over. Take that nice full breath to lengthen and fold yourself down when you're ready. Maybe doing a little scan here of your body and notice where you're holding on to tension. And then with each exhalation, just let that tension go. And then coming back on up to neutral. Left leg releases down. And let's take our feet a little bit wider so you can scoot towards the edge of your seat. And we're just going to do a little windshield wipe of the knees side to side. So you're just going to try to be right on the edge of the seat. You can always hold onto the arms or maybe hold onto the sides of the chair. And we're just going to drop to one side and just drop to the other side. Great. Come back to neutral. Let's work a little bit with our legs. So we are going to start with our right leg. Take it right out in front of you. Begin to point and flex your foot. And then as you're creating this movement, try to feel that your spine is straight, core is engaged, tailbone tucked, navel back and up to the spine a little bit. Take a moment to pause. So begin to point the foot. Breathe into the stretch for the top of your foot. Breathe into the stretch for your heel. Flex your foot. Press through the heel and the back of the knee. Feel your leg active, engaged, and energized. And then bring yourself into circles here. So maybe find large circles and maybe find smaller circles. Great. Let's circle in the other direction. We'll just reverse that movement. And then gently releasing that, we'll take our right leg up and over, creating a figure four stretch. And you may want to scoot towards the edge of your seat. That will help you to elongate the spine a little bit. And if this isn't working for you, no biggie, you'll just meet us in the next pose. So you can stay here with your spine straight, and there's an option to fold down if you'd like. You can flex your right foot, so press firmly out through your heel. And then maybe feel this right knee gently lowering down. So you can press it down. You can just kind of energetically send it down. And then we'll breathe here. So this is a wonderful stretch for your low back. And this is also a great stretch for your legs and your hips. And if you ever have sciatica or sciatic pain, we see that this is one of the best stretches to release the pressure on the nerve. So this is a really nice pose to release that. We are going to come on up to a neutral spine. Take your hands up towards the sky. Let's breathe here. Release your hands to the right as you exhale. Bring yourself into a seated spinal twist. So with your right hand, you can grab onto your chair and just see if that can move you a little deeper into your twist. And we'll kind of pull you, guide you a little bit into your twist better. Come back to center. Let's take our hands up, full breath in. Release your hands to the left as you exhale. And then with your in-breath, let's feel our spine lengthen. Your out-breath, let your twist deepen. Coming back to center, we're going to realign here. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Hands to your heart, breathe out. Let's take our right foot to meet our left foot. And then last leg will extend out in front of you. Begin to point and flex your foot. Give yourself a moment to pause. Let's begin to point our foot. And then flex and circle. So as you take the stretches on the second side of your body, maybe just notice if the stretch feels very similar on this side of your body to the first side of the body that we worked on. You may also be able to push yourself a little more on this side. You may have to back out a little bit on this side, flow in the other direction. So our bodies are really different. The two sides of the body are really different as well. And everyone is so different. We've all been through different things, injuries, lifestyles, things like that. So it's very interesting how when we come into a stretch, we all feel it very differently. We are going to take our left leg up and over. We will create that figure 4 stretch. And you can sit up with your spine straight. You can fold yourself down if you would like. And you could flex your left foot. So that will just help you activate some more muscles in the leg, activate your knee a bit. And then this left knee, you can press it down or just energetically send it down. Take a moment here to connect with your breath. Gently close your eyes. Feel yourself breathing in and out through your nose. Lengthening as you inhale and lengthening as you exhale. 4 engages. Let's take ourselves to a neutral spine. Hands reach up, breathe in. Release to the left, breathe out. Breathe off your left shoulder. Just notice if that helps you move deeper into your twist. Come back to center. Hands reach up and release to the other side. And then releasing here, we'll come back to center. Hands to the sky, breathe in. And hands at your heart space, breathe out. Let's come on up to stand. So we'll gently release those legs. Coming up to stand, feet can be a little bit wider than the hips, and we're just going to draw those arms side to side. We'll just take ourselves into empty toesies. And then grab your chair. We'll use our chair today to support us in some stretching. So you'll just want your chair so that you can access the seat of the chair. Take yourself, square yourself up to your chair. Take a full breath in. Hands will reach up. Fold yourself down as you exhale. So just bring your hands right onto the seat. And then let's check it out a little bit here in our fold. So you'll just bend one knee and then bend the other knee. And then maybe relax your head yes and no. So you can kind of shake your head out. And just knowing that there's no right and there's no wrong way to move here. Let's come to stillness. We are going to draw the hands to the right. Find a side stretch. Down evenly through both of your feet. So inside and outside of each foot. Bring yourself back to center. Let's take our hands to the other side. Reaching and stretching from your waist. Lengthen the side body, the arm, and the fingertips. Let's bring ourselves back to center, back into a fold. We're going to work a little bit with a cat and a dog stretch, a nice stretch for your spine. So feel free to bend your knees if you need to. Lower your stomach. We're going to lift up through the heart. Tailbone will lower and crown of the head will lower. And then flow to cat and dog for a moment. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears. We'll create that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, really round your back. So imagine creating space between the shoulder blades. Coming into a neutral spine here, let's take a deep bend in our right knee. Right hand will plant down, and then left hand will rise to the sky as you exhale. We'll come into an open twist here. So as you breathe, feel your spine lengthen. As you exhale, let your twist deepen. Releasing your twist, but keep your legs just how they are. And then this time, let's lift up that right hand. So we're going to keep that right leg bent, and then right hand lifts up. This kind of might be a little bit more challenging. This is a closed twist, can be a little bit more challenging to come into. You can have your hand to the sky. You can also draw your hand on your hip. We're going to release ourselves back to center. Left knee will bend, left hand will plant, and then right hand lifts. So this takes us back to an open twist on the other side. And then options with the hands, you can take your hand onto your hip, up towards the sky. You can also kind of wrap your arm around your low back as well. That brings us into a half bind, and that one's a nice shoulder opener. Let's take ourselves back to center. Legs will stay exactly how they are, and then left hand's gonna rise. We'll take our closed twist, a little bit trickier to come into. So try to twist into this one as best as you can. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, let your twist deepen. Gently release. Let's put ourselves back to a fold. We will lower the stomach, lift through the heart, a little bit of a back bend here. And then rounding up the spine, let's come on up to stand. Nice full breath in as you rise up. Draw your hands at your heart space as you exhale. Hands will sweep to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, fold yourself down to the chair. Lower your stomach, lift through your heart. A little bit of rounding through the spine to come on up to stand. Full breath in. Hands at the heart space. Full breath out. So we call these one mini sun salutation A's. Hands will sweep up. Breathe in. Fold yourself down. Breathe out. Lower your stomach. Lift through the heart. Little rounding of the spine. Core engages to come on up to stand. Full breath in. And hands at heart. Full breath out. Let's reach up and stretch up. Fold yourself down. Lower your stomach, lift through your heart, round through the spine to come on up to stand. Breathe in, and hands at the heart space. Let's try that one more time, and we'll try it without my words. You'll just kind of move with your own breath here. And then we'll all meet with hands at the prayer at the heart space when you are ready. Great. So feel free to grab your chair and flip it around if you would like to use that for a little bit of support. That way, when we try some balance poses, it's there for you. And let's work a little bit with a nice leg and hip stretch. So for this one, you are going to take your left knee up and into the chest and into the stomach. So you have your chair here, which is nice. You can always hold on to it. You can also interlock your fingers, reach for the front of the knee, and then pull that knee in. So our trick with the balancing poses is to find a drishti. Find that one spot to focus your concentration and to focus your awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eyes shift at all. Let's take our left knee off towards the left. So that was going to bring us into an inner leg stretch. Right hand can reach off to the right. And maybe gaze off the right fingertips. Give yourself a little bit more challenge and know that you always have your chair here if you need a little support. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Take your knee to your chest, and we're going to take that left knee to the right. So we're going to draw ourselves into a twist. Gaze off your left fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Lengthen here. And release. We're going to take ourselves back to center. Take your knee to your chest. Come out. Feet are going to be a little wider than your hips. And then arms are going to sweep side to side. So we'll take our Right arm on top, and then left arm will be on top, and we're just gonna alternate. And you can let those arms kind of slap on the back a little bit to help give you a little massage. Good. Let's come to stillness here. Feel free to keep your chair where it is. You can always lift it up, send it to the other side so that you have that support with your hands. So right knee is gonna come to your chest to start. Plugging it in. You're not really using the chair. You'll want to scoot away a little bit just so you have space to open up your knee. And feel really grounded in your left foot. So you want to press through the inside and the outside, and then notice your body's natural tendency if you tend to roll in or if you tend to roll out. Let's take our right knee to the right. We'll do a little hip opener here. Maybe left hand reaches to the left, maybe gaze off the left fingertip. And then back to center. Take your knee into your chest. Take your left knee to the right. We're going to give ourselves that twist. Maybe right hand to the right. Look off the right fingertip. And back to center. Let's take that knee to our chest. Hug it in. And then release your foot down. Feet a little wider than your hips. And then this time we're just going to send one arm forward and one hand back. And then we're just going to kind of relax those hands. So just shaking up the energy in the fingertips. Good. You can shake it out. And let's take our hands up to the sky. We are going to interlock our fingers and press our palms right on up. So breathe in. Fingers will interlock, palms reach up. Feel free to draw your feet in line with your hips. Take a full breath here to lengthen. Release your hands to the right as you exhale. Roll your right shoulder under, left shoulder open. Heart is shining up towards the sky. And then bring yourself back to center. Let's take a nice full breath here to lengthen. Release to the left as you exhale. Roll that left shoulder under, right shoulder open, heart is shining. Back on through to center. Let's release our hands back into a yoga mudra. So fingers will interlock. We'll take our palms to touch. Maybe imagine you could squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades. Take a full breath here to lengthen. Fold yourself down as you exhale. So you can have your hands on your low back, and you can also relax your arms away from your back body. Gaze to the wall behind you. Maybe take your gaze to the ceiling up behind the body. And as you relax your gaze, just notice how that helps you move deeper into your stretch. Hands can relax onto your low back. Hands can relax down towards the ground. And then we'll slowly roll up to standing pose. Ground into your feet, core engages. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale and exhale. One more time, let's breathe in, and then let's breathe out here. Let's come into a quad stretch, so feel free to grab onto your chair if you'd like. We are gonna take our left hand for our left foot, and we're just gonna pull that foot in a little bit. And if you wanted to play with the balance a little bit more, you can release your hand away from the chair. Great, relax your left foot down, right hand for right foot. Great, relax your foot down, shake out the legs, shake out the feet, and let's come on back to seated. So scoot to the edge of your seat to help you elongate your spine. Take a shoulder roll, we'll do one here. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Let's take a moment just to close the eyes. Observe how you feel. Feel your mind relaxed, calm, at ease. Feel your body aligned and balanced. Maybe you can feel that tension that you came to class with has been released with the breath, with movement, with mindfulness. And then gently opening the eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining today. It's so great to be here with you. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.